Yeah, so we start with a little activity, a little warm up. So if I could have four volunteers, please. Yeah, please. And that.
Yeah, raise your hand, full.
Hey, yeah, yeah, that. Yes. Would you say cheers, please? Whatever you want. Yes.
And does anyone has headphones?
No.
Ah, what is
Okay. Wait, again.
Wait, has any of you?
No.
Okay,
No.
then let's keep going.
So here. Okay. So look. Is to the tennis balls we gave you into this box. You have unlimited tennis balls, and you can stand up and do whatever you want. And remember, throw it to that box.
So let's assume that for every ball box, you're going to get a certain amount of money. Let's assume.
Yeah.
You're getting
So
$1 for each ball.
you can stand up from the chair to put the balls wherever you have. You can pick them up. You have the unlimited amount. Okay.
Just you, just that person.
Only you.
Mhm.
So
You only have two balls, but you cannot stand up from your chair.
Can I pick the balls up? No.
no, you only have two attempts,
You can only use your feet.
and you cannot stand up. So you have to try to put it inside with your foot.
And
So go ahead, put it in your feet now.
Start.
You can start
Come
now.
on. Start.
Okay, cuidado. Hey,
You can do anything.
I got you this. I got you
Yeah.
this.
You.
No.
No.
Hey!
Whatever.
Yes.
Well, let me throw it. Let me throw it.
No, this is mine. I can do
No, she can do
Yeah,
it.
you can do it.
She's helping us.
But she's
Hey,
taking money.
let's give her a round. Okay, so as you may have already guessed, the cities of the world look like. We, the higher classes of the world, we are able to put like as much balls as we want into the box, and people that have lower social classes can't. Thankfully, what's your name?
Diana.
Rihanna?
Diana.
Diana. Thankfully, Diana was able to help everyone, and that's what we are supposed to do. That's what we are going to teach you today, how to help our local community. So, Felipe, let's begin. Yes.
Pues paramos.
Yeah, go back to your seat.
I,
Everyone.
I am.
Wow.
Dice que la metí así.
Toda noche de todo igual la
Toda la noche después, sí.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Guajira!
and also,
Juan Manuel, Daniel.
Tomás.
and Felipe. So, we're presenting to you today, we are all Guajira. It's about we from the Colombia. So first of all, Guajira is a kind of state or country of Colombia that we have visited for the past 2 years, and we have there because they live in very difficult circumstances.
Okay, so our essential question for this project is how can we make a sustainable water solution help reduce the levels of poverty in La Guajira, Colombia?
So these are a couple of pictures that we took. The first one is what some of you may think is sugar, but actually it's salt from the salt mines located in the Guajira. This and this are regular landscapes we saw in the everyday life. And these two pictures portray the scenarios in this community that is a lot of poorness. Here is a hotel. We stayed in one of like 5 or 6 that we stayed in, and this hotel basically you enter your room and the bathroom is full of sand, like it's something that's really poor. And this, believe it or not, this is a gasoline station, an illegal one. And this is what people need to depend on this part of the world. Okay,
So as Daniel may have already hinted before, La Guajira is a really poor state, and we must help them. So now I'm going to explain a little bit how this poverty cycle works. So first of all, the climate in La Guajira is really hot, dry and arid. What does this do? Well, this makes river to dry up. So children and people in general do not have access to water, and children can't go to school, and they instead have to walk long distances to collect water. So what happens next? This generates more poverty because if there's less education, there are less resources. And what happens if that happens? If there's less education? I'm sorry. Okay, what happens if there's less education? There are less awareness of the environment, and not only themselves, but we are able to, like, not we, but the higher classes and the big companies are able to abuse them, starting all the cycle again. What we must do is connect this cycle to solution and problems one by one in order to get to a sustainable living in the Guajira.
Okay, so as you can see here, the Guajira has richness in culture and society. Incredible place, but it also has its flaws. So, has to find solutions to help them. And one of the main ones was to find a water solution, which we actually did by collecting money and a lot of resources. One of the Guajira people's hands with one of our hands. As we can see, we are all the same. Our rights are the same, so it shouldn't be any difference. And we could work with these kids. We went communities, El Milagro and Cascajarito, and we did their daily activities, and the whole day were extreme, even though their resources were lacking a lot. Okay, so as you can see, the data and its land divisions. So as Andrea was saying before, types of solutions for La Guajira. One and another is a permanent solution. Our permanent solution is to find a water solution by donating money to build a well that is closer to their community so that they don't have to walk as often to go and get water. And the second type of solution, which is temporary, is to give them some hygienic products and medicine which will help them solve some of their difficulties as well, like their hygiene and whatever they need in their day. It's really hard for them to get it. And we need to have empathy when we do this to them, because we are people coming in to have empathy, because we can't go in there and invade their lifestyle. We have to learn about them and learn how they live and about their community in order to come in as a part of their community or as a part of the people who live in their country, and not just as some invaders who want to change everything they have because they already have a really nice culture. Our only goal is to help them, make it easier for them to live.
Okay, so besides the water problem and the climate and the poverty in La Guajira, we also want to tell you like our experience and how the trip was. How this can teach you other ways to look at problems and to understand how you can actually make a change even when the situations are bad, when the change you're trying to make is so close to impossible because it's so hard to eradicate this poverty from the root and take out the plant. But on the contrary, we have to like go and dig and dig and dig enough for us to take the whole plant out, like hypothetically. So we didn't feel pity and we didn't feel sadness at the beginning, because although it was very shocking, we realized these people, they are happy with what they have and they are able to value their culture, which is the most important of all. So although we live in the city and we have so many like such a comfortable lifestyle, we were able to go there and adapt to their ways and see how they have to deal with life 24/7, because they don't live there for just a while like we were when we went to the trip. We went there for 5 days and so it was such a hard time for us because we had to live and we were even staying in hotels. And so, like as my husband already explained, the hotel rooms were full of sand in the floors, and when you open the shower, the water would come down, and the mud inside the shower would start spilling all over the bathroom. So it's important, and this is a hotel. It's the houses that we showed you are like the best of the best within the department. So we wanted to teach you that even though one might feel sad and scared about the action that you're trying to take, one should also feel proud of the beauties that these people have, because they're also people, and the beauties of the landscape and all the things that could be done. So here we can see pictures of the mina, El Cerrejón, which is a huge coal mine in La Guajira, which is responsible for most of the economic activity. And these communities are being drowned with this economic oppression because the big companies are taking advantage and they're digging and digging. So when we went there, it's a huge hole in the middle of the desert, which is covered in trees and cacti, and it's very pretty. But once you leave this hole with huge, like look at that. The guards are digging out the coal of the mine, and you can see the dust, and one feels the humidity, and all these people working, so it's damaging their environment and invading their cities and their culture. So we really want to convey the message that it's possible to make a change, and always look at the on a brighter note, the aspects that you have in order to work with the community and whatever the change you're trying to make.
They all went on the 2020 class on March of 2016. And I went the 2021 class, I went in November, which means we have similar, but at the same time, different perspectives. For my group, it honestly was a life-changing experience. When we got there, we didn't know what to expect because sure, we had seen it in pictures and they had told us how it was, but it's not the same when you're there and you see your own people, the people from your own country, the people that you usually relate to in your own city, but not in their environment. So at first, it was different, it was strange, and then we didn't know what to do. But when we got to helping them and spending time with them, it was awesome. Instead of feeling bad for them, we felt good, and we felt in our own hearts that we were able to help them, and that the feeling of satisfaction, and that you're actually doing something, even though you're not helping everyone, but some people, it still counts.
So, yes, as Andrea said, we went 2 times to Guajira because we've only gone for the past 2 8th grade class. So the first year we went, we had 2 main challenges. The first one was that due to Paro Camionero, we left 3 months later than planned. So we were planning to go on November of the year 2015, but we couldn't. There's some big protests going like where we are supposed to visit the people and everything. So we had to wait 3 months until it all ended, and then we went on February of 2016. And then it was also the first excursion that the school made to the Guajira because we made since a few years back we went to the Amazonas, but then it was changed to the Guajira, and we were the first ones to go. And then the second year had many more challenges. The first one, the fundraising began at that time, so we had to raise money, donate to these people, but they started at very late, but they still managed to gather a big amount of money, and it was difficult to create a leadership team and conveying the message of fairness around the school. So because our school is one, we are all helping the families, parents, students, staff members in this project, and the products were too heavy, and the shipping was very expensive.
Okay, apart from the challenges, we also had a lot of successes. For the first year, we recollected about 39 Colombian currency, that's 39 million pesos, which equals to more or less 13,100 US dollars. Second of all, we collected 2 tons of supplies in good, hygienic, or academic. We got united as a community and we reduced that travel carbon footprint by offsetting it. And the success of the second year. Felipe said that the fundraising began a little bit too late, but that didn't stop us, and we collected 52 million pesos, which was way more than the first year, which is almost 17,500 US dollars. By this, we learned that anything can be accomplished with an upright mindset. We developed and applied global critical thinking, and we collected 1.5 tons of goods and products. We discovered 2 biodiversity in Colombia, and we conveyed part of the message.
Okay, so action plan. So anyone that is perfect, please raise your hand. No one. Just like no one is perfect, projects cannot be made perfect either. So there are some things that we want to improve in future years. The main thing just like we've been doing since the last year, is that we want to offset our carbon footprint. Because what's the good in helping them and their environment if we are making a damage to the environment by producing a high amount of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere? So we're going to do this by talking to the travel agency and the airlines, or like to ourselves, and try to stop or prevent ourselves from using as much plastic, styrofoam, or products that that do not benefit the environment, and basically have a win-win in the trip.
Okay, so the learning goals that we want you to comprehend is that we're going to show action steps for the reduction of poverty in La Guajira and teach you through the same path. So although this is one of the projects, these steps can be applied to many of the projects because you first have to be there and understand. And as you already said, the empathy step is really important in order to comprehend this. We also want to inspire more eco-friendly, a more eco-friendly form of thinking and fix social issues through participants, which also think, as Juan was already saying, the fact that although we're trying to solve a problem there and bring a water solution, on the trip we are wasting so much food and water that they could use so much, and waste is also hurting our environment. And third of all, we want to really make an impact and convey this message that attitude, initiative, and the real will to make things can really make a change, because that is the only thing you need to begin with, because the other things just come afterwards. But the real thing you need is real motivation and this attitude to make a change.
Okay, so before we start the activity, does anyone have any questions? Yes.
What fundraising activity?
Okay, so during La Guajira, this is a really big trip in which all 8th grade participates. So we sold not bakery sales, but more like candy. We asked parents. We went to the other people in the school. We put posters. It was a traditional fundraising activity, but because it's such a big project, it was extremely successful the 2 years.
And we also went from grades kinder 4 to grade 12, the last grade in our school, collecting money, selling food, selling bracelets, everything we could do in order for the people in Guajira that they needed.
So it's also important to know that this money isn't enough for a single time. So we have to continue this progress, and if it's made every year, it will really make a change.
Any more questions? Okay. So time for the activity. Okay, so I'll explain the activity. As you can see in the middle of the classroom, there are several tables: transportation, food, clothes, energy, education, and hygiene. These are the main products that a human being needs to live a good life and a comfortable life. So our goal here is to make you simulate the situation in La Guajira by getting these products. So the goal in this game is that by making groups of people, you will get every single product, and you will see that this activity isn't as easy as you probably expect.
Okay, so now let's begin the activity. So I'm going to divide you into 7 different groups, and you're going to meet with your group and start in any base. Basically, what you need to do is to collect all of the resources in order to survive. So I'm going to number you from 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. So the 1s go to water, 2s go to hygienic products, 3 go to education, 4 go to energy, 5 to clothes, 6 to food, and 6. Where does 2 go? 1. No, 2.
Shampoo, food smell.
¿Qué coño?
No, you're going to go change. Okay.
Oye, mi amiga quiere que le hablemos en español. Digo, sí, en español.
One is water.
Si quieres sonreír a la cámara. That's live streaming. De mamás y las escuelas. Creo que son escuelas y todo. Tenemos
hay unas freedoms que hay que ir a que son y eso fue related to las freedoms y eso hay que traspasar, pero teniendo en mente que pues lo que quiero que lo partido se
Is it a tick? Because I have a beard. I have a handle. ¿Todo bien? Electric.
Los que es una planchadora o es un soplador. Secadora. No, no sé mujer, no sé mujer. Ni me peino.
Columbus. Wow.
Mira, I have braces, but I'm not a beard. I have a handle, but I'm not a beard.
Igual sé mucho inglés, no sé qué es. Tampoco sabes. ¿Qué son Bristol? Yo no me lavo las dientes por eso. ¿Y ahora dónde vamos?
No puedes switchar todavía.
Ah, ok. Bueno. ¿Qué noches te estás saltando? Ahorita del grupo. Noches. Vámonos aquí. Andy.
I'm sometimes playing at one end, but I'm not in lips. Bueno, yo sé que todos pueden leer, pero me gustaría. I can play in difficult ways, but I'm not in college. So wait, sometimes play. ¿Y tiene que ver con estos labios? Está buena esa. No, whiteouts. Pencil. ¿Me puedo llevar un shampoo? Es que no tengo shampoo en mi casa.
Mira,
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. What did you? Think about
Ya no vamos a cantar Ah, ya
Hey,
Pero que
you think about the object we are giving.
estaba bien.
Yeah, you're right.
Ah, yes.
Wait. Oh, it's too much.
Perdón.
Andy.
Hey, are you done? Okay, look, please
I'm sorry. Are you done? So please sit so we can are you done? Are you done? I will do it really fast. Okay, so I have Hey, everyone, get with your group. Congratulations.
Oh,
I'm sure it's okay.
you have to say it.
I guess hay que sentarnos juntos. A mí me dijeron eso.
Ya no hay, perdón.
Okay. So everybody. So did everything get everything, or did anybody miss?
Es verde.
Congratulations. The idea was for this activity to be really hard. And think about how people in La Guajira do not have to only solve a riddle in order to get this, but instead they have to work hard, they have to skip school, they have to do a lot of things. So with all these things you got, you just survive a week in La Guajira, only a week, and then you have to start all over again. So how are you going to get out of this cycle?
Think about how we gave you unlimited time and you had all the options to go wherever you wanted first. You had no disabilities because you could all see, you could all hear the riddle, you could all think about it and talk about it with your group. So also be careful. So, no, not be careful, like it's important to note that the people don't have, some of the people, like as we talked in the beginning of the game, some people have all the opportunities and some don't, and you were very equitable in the sense that you could go around the time that you wanted.
So any questions, anything?
Any comments? Does anyone want to share what they learned? Anything that impacted you? Anything that you liked? Yes.
Are you planning to continue going to?
Yes, every year to a different community each year so that we can help several communities.
And our goal increments each year so that there are more groups that collect money and there are more people that participate in the donations.
Yes.
And what about the future? Like when you guys graduate from your school, is someone going to take?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's each eighth grade class.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Not us every year, but each eighth grade class that continues going every year. So now you're gonna get free Colombian bracelets as a souvenir, but like keep in mind that if you really like them and you want to take some to your family and friends, you can donate whatever you want, even if it's a coin, to have one extra, and the money goes to La Guajira. So you're gonna get one for each, but if you want more, donations are on the table.
So we want you to put Colombia in
Hey, los que tengan esas cosas, no la
Okay, guys, can I have your attention, please? Ahí lo que se la va a dar, ¿a qué se la va a dar? ¿A quién que le añada? Ah, sí,
Hola, ¿cómo nos fue? Bien.
Bacanísimo.
Empezamos bien.
Ah.
Andrés.
Mira, a mí me parece un poco.
Mira, mira.
Okay, does everyone have their plate? They're done.
You're done. Oh, you guys. Oh, we should.